Hello, my name is Diana Rachel Mbogwa, editor Parents Magazine. Today we'll be having an informative conversation with Absa Bank Kenya Business Banking Director Elizabeth Wasunna Ochwa. She'll be telling us more about how the bank supports MSMEs and women-owned businesses. Stay tuned.
I think for us, let me just take a step back, and even as we were having those conversations with SMEs, we found that whenever we called, SMEs into a room, majority of them would be men. And if a few women came, they'd probably sit in the back end and really not ask questions much. And we realized, you know what, when we look at the demographics of our country, we are half the percentage in terms of a population. 50% is women. When you look at businesses, when you go down the street, the various markets, you will find women present. But why were they not then coming into the room and taking part in this conversation that was supposed to be edifying them? So we then said we need to create a proposition that speaks to them, because even as we're saying, we want to provide you with financial support, we want to provide you with markets, we want to provide you with learning, mentorship and coaching, and we want to provide you with networking. It wasn't going to be the same for both men and women. Yes. And so when it came to women, then we had a conversation with them across the country. Again, we brought them into the room, asked them questions and say, what are you looking for? What would bring you in? And some of the key things were, for instance, bring us in at a time when we have time. So don't call us, when you know very well we're out in the market. You wouldn't get our attention. So bring us in, have facilitators that will speak to us in a language you understand, things that are dear to us. For instance, they talked about education of their children, things that speak to women. How do we support growth of our business? Can you take us back a step? Okay, this animal you're calling cash flows, what, tell us what it is, break it down again, because for men probably they'll understand it, but for us we don't understand it. When you talked about mentorship and coaching, the way we ask them questions, it's not aggressive conversation. It is, tell us what you know and then we will. So we've taken a lot of time as a bank to then get rid of the unconscious biases, really be able to get our branches, for instance, to also speak the conversation. And I remember one of the sessions we had, they challenged us to say, when a woman comes into the bank, what are you going to do? So all of us were busy saying, we're going to provide them with mortgages, we're going to provide them with cars, and the simple answer was, you can't provide them with anything until you let them speak. Let them tell you what they're looking for and then craft it from that position. Don't bombard them with information that they really didn't come in to look for. Let them speak and then, sort of like give them a view of what we can do together. And so the conversations are different, but at the end of the day, we want their businesses to grow, just the same as, the other gender. And so, crafting that proposition to speak to them has really made a difference for us, yeah.